Hi everyone, I'm paddling to my Blackfish drop by the bridge piling. It's a balmy November day at around 60-65 degree, around close to midday I would say. My kayak gets all scratched up from banging against the bridge footing and piling. Don't do this if you like your yak to be scratchless and perfect. I have tons of battle scar on this yak, and I don't mind. Started the day using a half-ounce jig tipped with crab. It didn't hold bottom and it didn't work. Couldn't feel any bite for 20 minutes due to scoping. I was basically feeding the fish. Change over to a drop loop rig with a 4-ounce sinker. It was still scoping a little bit, but I was able to detect the faint taps from the tautogs. It was fish on for the entire day. I think a 5-ounce sinker would probably work better to hold the bottom and to detect the bites. Most of the fish caught early on were cookie cutter 8 to 12 inches. They progressively got bigger as the day went on. I was happy to bed my rods and they're a bunch of fun to catch. I was able to get my 4 fish limit amongst many of the short by the end of the day though. They weren't big fish, most were a bit over 16 inches. Keeper's a keeper. So I'm using one of the many ropes with quick release clips that I have on my yak and tie it to some rope leftover wire or any kind of metal ties on the bridge to actually hold myself in place. Otherwise I would be drift off to the further out. Good idea to have some kind of quick release clip just in case. With the mild weather, I was surprised to see only 2 or 3 boat fishing. I guess most has been winterized their boat for next year. One thing I learned from fishing close to any structure is to make sure to leash all equipment that you are not using. Quite easy to lose gear accidentally. It has happened to me and has happened to other people. Don't bring too many stuff. Keep it real simple. Only the stuff that you need. As soon as I set the hook, I knew he was coming home with me for dinner. As it was peel and drag, I was worried he would dive further into the pilot and break my line off. The drag was set pretty tight too. Thank God he didn't do that. Throughout the day, I was basically hugging one side of the bridge. I didn't really paddle more than a few feet from where I originally started. I was able to land roughly about 30 fish, most being pretty small, but they're fish. There are tons of life down below. I think next time I'm going to drop down my camera and see what's really down there. Maybe another video. It is so handy to have a wet towel to hold the fish while you dehook it. It makes the job a lot easier. Alright, I'm going to stop narrating. Please enjoy the rest of the video. If you like it, please subscribe, leave a comment, a dislike, anything. Thanks. The weather is getting colder and the water temperature is dropping fast. I hope these talks stays for another week or two before they move out. Cheers, everyone.